Hello everybody, hello, welcome back to the Dugout Football channel where it is time for Matchweek 3 predictions of the 2020-21 SPFL Premiership season. Now last week I had an absolute shocker, it has to be said. Obviously there was only 5 games that were obviously played last week. Obviously St Johnstone against Aberdeen was postponed, but I will get into that very soon as well. But yeah, I only got one outcome. And that was Rangers St Mirren. I did say a 2-0 win to Rangers, and that finished 3-0. But the rest of them I got wrong. I said Celtic beat Kilmarnock. That was a 1-1 draw. I said Livingston Hibs to be a draw. That was a 4-1 win to Hibs. I said 1-1 draw between Hamilton and Ross County. That was a 1-0 win to Ross County. And also I said 2-1 win for Motherwell, and it was a 1-0 win to Dundee United. So I got 1 point. Yeah, not very good. But in the comments, Shane O'Donnell, you did beat me this week. You got 4 points, so very well done to you. Including that Rangers perfect score, which I would never have got. So very well done to you, Shane O'Donnell. So yeah, let's put match week 2 out of the way and move on to match week 3. And we've got some very good games. Only one game on Tuesday is Dundee United against Hibernian. That is live on Sky Sports Football on Tuesday. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff. And then we've got St Mirren against Celtic. That is also live on Sky Sports as well. And then we've got Aberdeen against Hamilton. Will that go ahead? Well, we'll come to Aberdeen very shortly. Motherwell against Livingston. Rangers against St Johnstone. And Ross County against Kilmarnock. And Dundee United against Hibernian now to preview and predict. Also, if you are new around here to the Dugout Football channel, then please hit that subscribe button. I have noticed recently half of you have been subscribed and some of you have not been subscribed. So please hit that subscribe button if you would like more content like this to my channel. And yeah, obviously smash a like on this video if you can. So Dundee United against Hibs. Last 5 between the sides, I've resulted in 3 wins to Hibs, 1 draw and 1 win to Dundee United. The last result was a 2-2 draw between Dundee United and Hibs. Dundee United getting a first win of the season against Motherwell. It has to be said, they played very well. It was a very good finish from Mark Reynolds. Obviously, he got the winner. But to be fair, they defended very well. Seagerst pulled off a couple of saves as well, and it was a very good win for Dundee United. And I think, looking at it, you know, they probably deserve to go away with all 3 points from Fir Park. It was a very good team performance against Motherwell. So that was Mickey Mellon's first win in charge of Dundee United, and that's the monkey off his back now. He gets his first win. Let's see how Dundee United can do against a very rampant Hibs side who beat Livingston by 4 goals to 1. Now, everyone knows that Livingston's home form is very key to them being very successful. And Hibs exploited the Livingston defence. And obviously, Kevin Nisbet hat-trick, very good from him. And obviously, Christian Doidge back on the score sheet as well. But Hibs thoroughly deserved to win against Livingston. A very poor Livingston side, it has to be said. So, going at this game, obviously the last game was a draw. That was obviously in the Championship. That was a 2-2 draw. No, sorry, that was in the Scottish Cup. Sorry, that was in the Scottish Cup. Was a 2-2 draw. I'm going to say that Dundee United and Hibs will play out another draw. I don't think it'll be a classic. I think both sides will cancel each other out. But I do think there'll be a couple of goals in this one. I'm going to go with Dundee United 1, Hibs 1 in this game. I do think that Dundee United Hibs will be a 1-1 draw, but we'll see what happens as well. St Mirren against Celtic. The last 5 between the sides of that in 5 wins to Celtic. Really excellent form from Celtic. The last result was a 2-1 win to Celtic. Now St Mirren, you can say that against Rangers they had a couple of chances, but obviously beaten in the end by 3 goals to 0. But the form of Jack Alnwick has to be put into consideration here. What a performance from him. I know Rangers had 27 shots on goal, but Jack Alnwick made some excellent saves. One in particular from Tavernier was a volley. He was basically going the wrong way. He managed to claw his big right hand to that. It was a fantastic save as well. Made some cracking saves from Morelos as well. And yeah, on another day, probably didn't deserve to be on the losing side either, did Jack Alnwick. But Jack Alnwick, obviously moving from Rangers to St Mirren, I think Rangers have lost a good goalkeeper there, and I think Jack Alnwick has been very, very good for St Mirren. And it's going to be very, very interesting game, because obviously they are coming up against the champions, who, it has to be said, 1-1 draw with Kilmarnock. Well, obviously Ryan Christie, absolute thunderbolt of a free kick from 35 yards out. Very, very good finish from him. And then Chris Burke scoring a penalty for Kilmarnock to draw the game. Celtic did everything they could to find a winning goal, but Kilmarnock were just too good defensively. Kilmarnock had their chances as well, so Celtic will come away from that, but they'll know that this is a marathon, not a sprint. So we're only in match week 3, and still loads of things can happen. But looking at this game, I can only really see a Celtic win. I think Celtic will bounce back from that draw against Kilmarnock. I do think Jack Alnwick will be a busy man as well, but I am going to go for a 2-0 win to the champions here. I do think Celtic will win by 2-0. Now, Aberdeen against Hamilton. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 4 wins to Aberdeen and 1 win to Hamilton. The last result was a 1-0 win to Aberdeen. Now, will this game go ahead? That is one thing you can say. Aberdeen, obviously, there were 8 players that went to a pub in Aberdeen. Now, they brought out a statement saying they are very apologetic, and they've obviously let the fans down, they've let the club down as well. It'll be interesting to see the SPFL will take action as well. So, obviously, the St Johnstone Aberdeen game, obviously postponed because obviously 2 players tested positive for the pandemic, and it is going to be very interesting to see if this will go ahead. I think this will probably go ahead because of the fact that obviously the players have been obviously isolating, and I do think Hamilton. I know Aberdeen is in a wee local lockdown as well, but looking at it, I can see this game going ahead. But it'd be interesting to see what sort of their mindset is, because obviously they haven't played against St Johnstone, and obviously that game was postponed quite rightly as well. I think obviously you saw the First Minister not happy as well. So looking at this game, obviously Hamilton lost 1-0 to Ross County, and it has to be said it was a very poor defensive goal to concede. Fulton doesn't deal with the obviously the ball into the box. Comes to Billy Mackay, first shot is blocked, but nobody reacts to the second shot, and that goes into the corner of the net. It was a very good win for Ross County, but a very poor one for Hamilton. So looking at this game, Aberdeen obviously haven't played in a week, so they'll be the more fresher side. But it's interesting to see how well they'll play though. But I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to the Dons here. I do think Aberdeen will win this one by a 1-0. Now, 2 sides looking for their first victories of the season meet at Fir Park. It's Motherwell against Livingston. Livingston's form at Fir Park is very, very poor. Has to be said. Motherwell, Livingston, the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 3 wins to Motherwell, 1 draw and 1 win to Livingston. The last result was a 2-1 win to Motherwell. Motherwell obviously have started the season very, very slowly. 2 defeats in a row, 2 1-0 defeats in a row as well, I should say. Yeah, they'll be getting their sort of used to the being behind closed doors. Do they miss their fans? That's one thing you could say. I think probably do. There are probably a lot of teams that do miss their fans, to be fair. But yeah, Motherwell, a shock defeat, has to be said, against Dundee United. Again, did everything they could to try and score, but just didn't get past Seagrist in the Dundee United goal, and Dundee United defended very, very well as well. So they're coming up against the Livingston side, who have been absolutely thrashed 4-1 by Hibernian at the weekend. Poor performance, absolutely poor performance. It only sort of changed when they got rid of the 3-5-2, and then moved it back to sort of a 4-2-3-1, and that kind of was a bit better. At least they drew the second half. That's one thing you can say. Obviously, Lyndon Dykes is still being courted by teams in the Championship. I believe Barnsley had another bid rejected for him. So it'd be interesting to see how far Livingston can go to maybe obviously sell him as well. But it's looking increasingly likely that Lyndon Dykes will not be a Livingston player for much longer. But yeah, Livingston are not under any pressure to sell, but need to really improve after that performance. Defensively, absolutely shocking as well. But yeah, defensively, it's quite shocking actually. It's quite shocking to see them lose 4 goals. It's not a Livingston side you would see either. So definitely need to improve as well. But looking at this game, Livingston's form, as I've said, is not the best at Fir Park. And I'm going to go for a Motherwell win here. I don't usually predict Livingston to lose, but unfortunately, just with the way both sides are going at the moment, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Motherwell. I'd be very, very happy if Livingston could get something out of the game at Fir Park, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Motherwell in this game. Rangers against St Johnstone. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 3 wins to Rangers and 2 draws. The last result was a 0-0 draw between Rangers and St Johnstone. Rangers looked really, really good yesterday against St Mirren. 27 shots on goal. Yeah, they looked really, really good. Barnabasic getting another assist as well. And Morelos back to his best as well. 2 goals and 2 assists in his last games, the last 2 Premier League games. So he's on good form, as to be said. But obviously there are still rumours about Morelos' future as well. John McLaughlin came in goal as well yesterday. Didn't really have a lot to do, it has to be said. But you have to say, Rangers, it's a good start to the season. It is a very good start to the season. 4 goals, none conceded as well, which is very, very good. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how well they will be doing in this game. Obviously, St Johnstone haven't played for a wee while. Obviously, the game against Aberdeen was obviously postponed. So they might be the more fresher side coming into this. However, St Johnstone obviously coming off the back of a 1-1 draw with Dundee United a week ago. So it's going to be a very interesting game, this one. But I just think Rangers will be too strong at Ibrox. And I'm going to say Morelos will get on the score sheet again. I'm going to go for a Rangers 2, St Johnstone 0. I do think Rangers will win this one quite comfortably. We may even see Kemar Roof and potentially Itten make play as well. So we'll see what happens as well. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Rangers in this one. And the final game to preview and predict is Ross County against Kilmarnock. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 1 win to County, 1 draw and 3 wins to Kilmarnock. The last result was a 1-0 win to Ross County. Ross County, well, you wouldn't have thought they would be amongst the pace setters, especially with Hibernian and Rangers as well. So Ross County, 2 wins out of 2. Very good performance against Hamilton, it has to be said. Billy Mackay again. I mean, Billy Mackay goals were what kept Ross County up last season. And you know what? They've been playing really, really well recently. And a very, very good performance against Hamilton. Very good winner from Billy Mackay as well. Obviously, like I said, he did snatch the first chance, but the second chance just comes back at him. And he's a goal scorer. That is what goal scorers do. They put the ball in the back of the net. And that is what he did. A very, very good goal from Billy Mackay. And Ross County, 2 wins from 2. Very good start to the season. And it'll be interesting to see how far they can go as well. Kilmarnock, has to be said, a very, very good performance against Celtic. Obviously, Chris Burke scoring another goal, penalty this time. And obviously, you know, Ryan Christie scored a 35-yard free kick. But has to be said, for as much as Celtic were obviously attacking, Kilmarnock had their chances as well. And it has to be said, they are a very, very good team, Kilmarnock. And Alex Dyer has got them really, really well drilled. And it's always tricky to go to, obviously, Rugby Park and try and get a result there. So a very, very good performance from Kilmarnock. And I think that will build them on to get more points this season. So looking at this game, I can only really see a draw. Both sides, and well, Ross County are in pretty good form, but Kilmarnock are very, very difficult to beat. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Ross County and Kilmarnock. I'm going to go for a draw in this one. So we'll see what happens in there. So that is it. That is match week 3 predictions done and dusted. And I will go through my predictions very, very quickly as well. So I've gone for Dundee United 1, Hibernian 1, St Mirren 0, Celtic 2, Aberdeen 1, Hamilton 0, Motherwell 2, Livingston 1, Rangers 2, St Johnstone 0, and Ross County 1, Kilmarnock 1. So that is it. That is my match week 3 predictions done and dusted. If you want to put your predictions in the comment section down below, join in the fun. You can beat me. Obviously we've had Shane O'Donnell as well. He obviously beat me this week. But join in the fun, and yeah, please put your comments in the comment section down below. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, then please hit that subscribe button as well. Smash the like on this video, and there will be more SPFL content coming very, very soon. But enjoy your midweek match week 3. See you later. Bye bye.